In this training, I have some really exciting news, and I am going to show you how to take advantage of the latest change and the latest update with YouTube. YouTube is now allowing us to place links that would go from our YouTube channel straight to any page we choose. This is super exciting. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to show you how to do this step by step, and you're going to be able to do it for your new videos, but also what you want to do is you want to take into consideration going back in time and updating all of your other videos as well. You want to start by going to your channel settings, and what I'll do is I'm just going to go right here to my video manager. This is where a lot of the action happens, and I could have clicked on that button as well. I'm just used to using the drop down menu. You're going to come right here to channel settings, and here what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure that you have monetized your channel. Now, I'm not talking about monetizing each and every video you have on your YouTube channel. That's something that you could decide to do. But what you want to do is you want to monetize your channel. So you'll come here to the monetization tab. Now, one thing I just want to let you know about the monetization tab is that YouTube has made so many changes that now it's much easier for new channels to actually apply to be part of their monetization program. Before, it was very strict and it was very closed to a number of select YouTubers, should I say, who had a lot of video views and who had a fairly great number of subscribers. So what you'll want to do is you want to go under monetization, and then you'll want to make sure that you've monetized your account. So you're just going to go through the different steps, and here I can decide to monetize videos, but again, I can also do it for my general video manager page right here for each and every one of the videos, which I'm not going to do. What you want to do is you just want to make sure that you have agreed to all of the terms and you've actually turned this function on. You'll know that this function is working for you simply because you will, I'll show you later on, you'll actually see the green button that lets you know all is good, you've monetized your channel, it's good, get started. So that's the first thing that you'll want to do. The second thing that you'll want to do is you'll want to come right here under associated websites, and you'll want to click on this, and you'll actually want to have a website here. Now, this website that you place here, this URL that you place here, you should really take into consideration which link that you're going to put in this box. Ideally, you would send your viewers from your YouTube channel to a squeeze page. That's the ideal scenario. In this case, I'm actually sending people to my main blog, but my main blog has a number of opt-in boxes so that I can make sure that I capture the traffic. And that's very important. You want people to leave you their name and their email. So let me do this here. And I'm going to most likely am going to have to resubmit and make sure that this website is mine. So I'm going to go through the steps. So in order for YouTube to recognize this website as mine, I'm going to have to download a number of things and place them on my website, and then YouTube will actually be able to confirm that this site belongs to me. So this is going to be really easy. You just have to follow the different steps, and I'll come back to this video once I've actually completed those steps. So I actually had to get my webmaster involved for him to take the code that YouTube gave me, and it was an HTML format, and my webmaster uploaded that onto my website. And now the only thing I have to do now is I have to verify that this website actually belongs to me, and it should be under my YouTube channel, or part of my YouTube channel, or associated, should I say, with my YouTube channel. So I'm just going to click on the verify link, and I guess YouTube will be having a conversation with my website, and that's how it's actually going to be confirmed that the site that I actually uploaded this link to is actually mine. So I'm going to click here again. So again, this is the link that my webmaster, or this document here that I downloaded is the document that my webmaster uploaded on my website, and now I just have to verify. So as I said, it's just a question of YouTube having a conversation with my website saying, oh yeah, that code is definitely on where it's supposed to be, and this website absolutely belongs to the owner, as you can see right here. So now that all of this has been verified, I'm now ready to point my videos directly to my website, and that is what we're going to do next. I'm going to select this video here. So I'm going to click on this drop down button here right next to the edit button, and I'm going to go down to annotations. Now, one thing that I'm going to stop the video. One thing that I want to make sure that you take note of, because this was something that I actually didn't notice at first, and it wasn't working for me, and I wasn't really sure why. Once you land, the first time after you've verified your website, it's very important. You're going to see this blue banner right at the top. It says, enable your account for external annotation links. Click right here. And you've got to agree to the terms and conditions. So you're going to accept. Now we are set to go. So I already have started the work here, and I'm just going to go over it again because that was one key point that I was missing, and I had to go back and go back to make sure that I had it right. So when it comes to creating an annotation, what you're going to do is once you land on this page, you can decide where the annotation is going to show on the video. It shows here the length of the video, and you can decide where your annotation is going to show. So you could play the video until it gets to that point, or you can move the cursor, which I did. I just basically moved my cursor here. And I decided my annotation was going to start here. Then what I did is I selected the annotation that I look and feel, so I chose a note. And then this will pop up. I'm going to click on the edit because it'll be a little different. So this pops up, and I type the message that I wanted to appear. Now make sure that you add a call to action. I have click here. And what I did is, in terms of the color of the font, you could really choose white or black. You can increase the size of the font, so I can go from 13 to 16. Obviously, this is definitely impactful. And then I determine when I want the annotation to start and when I want the annotation to end. And I could do it here, or again, I can move this cursor here, right here or not. So I'll leave it here. And then I click on this, and this is where I add my link. So it's very important. You have to click on this little drop-down menu to determine the location of the link that you are going to put in that box. So my link is an associated website link. So now I'm telling YouTube the URL that I'm going to put here is the same URL that you approved. So we're going to go find that URL. Put it right here. And obviously what it does is that it just verifies. And the link will automatically open in a new window, which is fantastic. So everything is done, and what we're going to do is we're basically going to publish. And let's take a look at the video. Oh, I might have to go back right here. So let's click here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop this. I'm going to move the cursor just before the annotation starts, and we're going to take a look at what appears on the screen, and we're also going to test out the link. About the fact. So here we are. We're at 36 seconds. I had put my annotation to start at 38 seconds. So I'm going to move it by 1 second. And now I'm going to play it, and let's take a look at what it looks like, and we'll also test the link. I'm going to talk about the fact that he was able to get on. So here's the annotation, and it appears on a really small and I'm going TV to click. Show that very click on the box. Click on the fucking box. What is not working? So the link is not quite working, and what I'm doing, I'm going to go back and make sure that to make sure that everything is working. So here I went into my annotation box, and I'm going to show you the little trick. When I go to my website and I click and paste, it actually just allows me to paste the link without the www. Take a look at what happens right here when I do that. YouTube asked me to actually insert a valid link, which is really puzzling to me because that's what I thought I did. Now watch what happens when I type in the www. Now it works. And I can preview the link, which I did, and it actually takes me to the website. So now I'm going to... Oh, actually, it does require that I preview the link. So let's preview the link. So we know it works. That's beautiful. So now let's make sure that we save this. I'm right back here in the video, right at the point where the annotation shows up. A couple of things that I can notice that it's working this time, because there's this little box here that indicates there's a redirect that's going to happen, and when I hover on top of it, there is my URL. And when I click on it, it opens in another window. And it lands on my website. So those are a few little things. I have to say that it's not obvious. I would not have known. So just to make sure, I'm going to recap because this is very important. First thing is, when you land on this page right after you have associated your website, make sure that you click on that banner that says enable associated website. That's very important, or else it's not going to work. The other thing is, once you have that enabled, you're going to be able to see here different options. One of them is the associated website. This is the one you're going to be selecting. When you go to your website and you cut and paste the URL and you put it right here in this link, make sure to add the www or else it's not going to work. Again, remember, if I remove the www, then YouTube asks me for a valid link. When I put it in, YouTube considered this is a valid link. Everything has been saved. And now, as you can see here, my link is active and it points people to my website. Imagine what can happen if all of your videos point people back to your website. Imagine the traffic. So this is brilliant. I absolutely love it. I hope that I was able to cover all of the important bases when it comes to this lesson. It's a little tricky. There are a few steps. Obviously, the second, third, and fourth video that you do and change and modify is going to be so easy. But that first one, there are just a few little things that actually can be a little frustrating because it's not obvious and it's really about trial and error until you figure out what works.